So once upon a time, me and my then current girlfriend, now ex-girlfriend, were spending a lovely afternoon together bonding and playing video games. And by bonding and playing video games, I mean I was playing video games and she was sitting there bored. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto 2 and I used to play through the mission until I found that parking garage. And then once I found that parking garage, some of you guys already know what I'm talking about, that was it. Turn the game on, find the parking garage, get 5 stars, and just go bonkers. You bring in your FBI, you bring in your SWAT, you bring in whoever you want to bring in. My girlfriend would sit there watching me, and after about 15 minutes of seeing just how insane I was on this game, blowing people up with rocket launchers, my girlfriend's just like, Xyanyde, you shouldn't be playing this game, it's way too violent. As I'm kicking dead FBI agents and shooting at helicopters, I'm like, baby, what are you talking about? It's all digital violence, it's not real. Her argument was, this is gonna affect you in some way, shape, or form. I dumped her shortly after that conversation, just for the record. Not because of that conversation, you know, I'm just rewording it to make it look like I dumped her because of that conversation, but I didn't. So yeah, pretty much every game has some form of violence in it. Some more than others, obviously. Now, ever since I had somebody point that out to me, I've always wondered how video game violence correlates to aggression, like in real life. So I'm gonna ask a few questions in this video. You guys just feel free to just share what your thoughts are on this. You're gonna have some people that say most video games are not violent. Other people that'll say most video games are violent. Everybody's got different opinions. Let's talk about this in a mature way. Quote one time that human beings are like sponges. Whatever they soak up, the instant you apply pressure is whatever's going to come out. You don't normally act on something without an idea being there first, unless it's reflex, like when you go to the doctor and he hits you on your knee and your knee kicks out. I love doing that, by the way. For me, it's all about the ideas. Another big attribute I would say is desensitivity, because the more desensitized you are, it's probably going to determine to you whether something is violent or not. And I've seen this 100 times. It's not gonna be violent to me, but to somebody else, we live in the land of free speech, baby. I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell anybody what games to play and what not to play. I got a good laugh too on Facebook when I saw the comments saying that video games aren't violent enough. I got a good laugh out of that. So let me add one more thing really quick before we open up the floor here. If video games are not too violent, what are you gonna have to see in a game before you say that the games are getting too violent? Add that to the discussion down there. Are video games getting too violent? Sound off, people, let's hear it.